Hello and welcome to day 2 of National Scrapbooking Day, brought to you by Vicky Wright, Lauren Colless and myself, Sharon Dalton. I have been scrapbooking for 22 years. It's a long time, but I absolutely love it. So I really hope you enjoyed yesterday's content, and today we will be bringing you 3 more scrapbooking layouts, all using the same Unbounded Beauty suite, and it's just such a beautiful suite that it's so easy to create with it. So I'm going to do a quick and easy layout. I know I told you that for the last video, but this one is definitely going to be quick and easy. So now this I live in central Queensland in a little town called Gogango, and I have a studio here called Studio Shabazz. So if you don't have a demonstrator and would like a catalogue or would like to buy products, use this host code and you will receive a handmade card plus the PDF tutorial of our Vicky and I do Sunday live once a month, where we do 3 cards and a scrapbooking layout. So you will receive the tutorials for that. So yes, so that's my little Studio Shabazz. I have that painted on my wall as soon as you walk in the studio. So yeah, but anyway, like I said, we're going to get going straight away. So go to page 54 of your catalogues. There we go. And this is the suite we're using, Unbounded Beauty. Now, like you saw yesterday with my layout, which I will just show you again. I have actually put photos on it now, so it looks a little bit different than what it did, and some words. So we've got love makes the world a better place. You are loved. Now these photos are of my beautiful daughter-in-law, Laura. I did make another page before this one, but technology was against me that day, and the video ran out before I'd finished the page. So in the coming weeks, you will see the second page to this. I'll try and redo another video of it. So I hope you enjoyed that one. But the one that I'm doing today is very different to this one. So I'll just move that out of the road now. So yes, so we will be focusing on this piece of paper, this piece of paper, and this piece of paper, I believe. This die, this bloom of leaves with the flowers on it, and then these little dies here. So maybe some of these frames, but we'll wait and see. So I'll just quickly show you those papers in case you have only just joined us. So these are our resin dots that go with this suite. So all the 5 colors of the In colors: Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Petunia Pop, and Summer Splash. And then the same thing again, we've got that in our glimmer paper. Now, as you can see, I have used a fair bit of mine already, so there's only that bit left of that full half of a green. So that's our glimmer paper. And then our DSP, I'll show you the ones that I'll be using. Okay, so we'll use a bit of that one. We'll use some of that one. And we will use the back side of, oh no, not that one. This one we'll use as well, I think. Or maybe it's that one. Oh, I don't know. I've pre-planned this one out. So yes. and we're going to be focusing on Peach Pie and Shy Shamrock and Summer Splash for this layout. And I'm scrapbooking my beautiful granddaughter again, and my mum and my daughter. Excuse me. I have scrapbooked these photos before, but I'm doing it in a totally different style. So we're starting off with our layout here, and we're going to use, I've already pre-die cut these. We're going to use the flower die to create a mask. So we're going to use our mask down there. So as you can see, I've had a little play to see what it's going to look like. So I'll just pop that back up there. And I'm going to put a couple of pieces of sticky notes where I am masking. So where I'm blending, I mean. So I'm just going to kind of put that there. And then I'm going to hold my mask down so it covers it up. Oh, it's being difficult. There we go. One there. And one on the other side to do the same thing. And then one just down a little bit further as well. So this will just stop the ink from getting out onto these edges. So I really don't want excess ink out there. And like I said, I'm going to be using Peach Pie. And I always blend on a block. So I'll just move that out of the road. And my blending brush is, where have I put it? Here it is. I'm like, where did it go? So yeah, so just blending on the block rather than on the actual ink pad. And then I'm just going to put some of these little flowers in here for a bit of a border. And like I said, you can use these masks over and over again, but I'm just going to use this one for now, and then I'm just going to bring some more of this down here. Get off of there. Don't want you on there. I'm going to put a little bit more down a bit further. Good old sticky notes. There we go. So again, onto my block. I don't know if you can see that actually. Yes, you can see my block. And then blending again. Now we will cover some of these up with some of the white flowers that we've already cut out. Need to get some more ink. So this is Peach Pie, this ink, and it's very, very pretty. It's prettier than I thought it was going to be. I'm really, really loving it because I'm not really a apricot-y kind of person, but yeah, it's kind of a bit bolder than apricot. Now let's see, have I got any up there? Yeah, I might have to just do a bit more up here on this one, but I'm not going to concentrate too much because I don't want to go over that edge. There we go. So then I'm going to peel all of this straight up. Look at that. Beautiful. And then I'm going to use those sticky notes again, and I'm just going to put another row over on this far side. I'll try and see if I can line it up, but I think it will be too much of an angle, yeah. So I will just line it up as best I can. I'm going to put one over that so I don't ink over our other flowers. There we go. And again, just putting this there to protect the rest of the background. So I love these little flowers, and as you would have seen from my other layout that I did, oh no you wouldn't, because that was on the first one that I made the mistake on. Yeah, the first one that I made the mistake on had the other little flowers. Oh, whoopsie. But anyway, we'll see how we go. I'll post that one on my business page later on in the week. But you're going to get a lot of content today. Vicky's doing 6x8 and Lauren and I are both doing 12x12s. So lots of ideas for you. Sorry if I'm wiggling the table a bit too much. I'm not actually pressing very hard at all. It just probably feels like I am. This is just to put a bit of texture in the background there. Something else to look at. Whoopsie, come back here. Just going to get a little bit more ink and go a little bit darker. So this is the beauty of blending. You can go back in and add depth to the color. Whereas if you put too much color in at the beginning, you can't take it out. Whereas you can add to it during the process. Just got to be careful here because I don't want to go over that edge. I'll just put some more up here. Pretty happy with that, I think. Right, that's our blending over and done with. Pull all those pieces off. So as you can see, it doesn't matter what kind of die you have, you can make yourself a mask. You don't have to have a Stampin' Up mask or a mask from a different company. I'll just clean that ink off there. Righto. So like I said, we're going to do some stamping. So we've got Flowers of Beauty, and we also have the word one. And this is what we call a mega suite because it's got stamps and dies. So we're going to use some of these frames. Some of these frames with this one. And some of the dies with the flowers. Let's just move all this out of our way because we're not going to need that again. Right. And I have pre-cut some of this stuff so that we don't have to, you don't have to watch me stamp a lot of it. So let's get our piece of paper under here. Oh, that's on the bag that I pre-cut our pieces out of. Oh. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to stamp another couple of these guys. So I've already got them on some blocks. Cover this ink up so we don't use that. We're going to use Shy Shamrock first. And we'll do 2 of those. So we're going to do the outer one. And because I've got such a big image here, I really probably should be doing it the other way around, but I'll make it work. And that's a bit spotty dotty. I'm not very happy with that. So what you can do there is you can grab a spoon or a spatula and you can push the ink down so that you don't have so much ink on the surface. Now be very careful. Try not to use anything with a sharp edge. Push the ink down back into the pad. Because our ink pads sit upside down, the ink is at the surface. So push it down with a spatula or something. The back of a spoon would be another thing I would suggest. Now you watch the difference in this. It will not be as spotty. Still a little bit, but see, it's not as spotty as that one. So I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to grab the Summer Splash and do the infill on these ones. Just bring it in here so I can see. There we go. Now I'm going to have to bring this down a bit so I can make sure I line it up. Because there's a few little bits. I'll peel this one off that's in my way. There is a few little bits that you've got to line up with this. Mostly those little lines on the inside of the leaves. Oh, it's not too bad. I'll leave that because I don't really have time to do another one. But let's see if I can line this other one up a little bit better. There we go. Oh, that's even worse. Whoa. I think I'll go with that one and that one, I think. So I'll die cut that out. Bring in my little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to use this die for that. This one here. If you're worried about it moving, just use a little tiny bit of washi tape and that'll hold it in place there so it doesn't move. There you go. And there is our, what I would call hollyhocks, but I don't know if they definitely are hollyhocks. But that's what I'm going to call them. I see that we're getting a new hollyhock stamp set, so there we go. Okay, so we've got a couple of those guys. Now I have pre-cut my flowers. But I'm going to just put a little bit of Pretty in Pink in the background here. I've already got it out, silly. Just trying to find the right leaf. Here it is, the right petal. So move that one off that block. So this one here is is the outline, and then you've got the filler on it. Now, because I want to put my, actually I'll show you, I'll put my frames in there first. I've already pre-cut these guys. I'm going to put my frames in here. I want to be able to put some flowers around the edge of that. So let's have a look. So I'm going to pop one in there. Maybe not there because I think I'll cover that up. Pop one up here and one down there, I think. Now I'm going to fill them in. Now I'm going to bring that back down towards me a bit because I need to line up this big heart looking one here with this heart, and that's the infill. I need to turn that so I can line that one up. And I'll turn that again, making sure I don't get any ink on it, and then turn my flower to line that one up. It's very hard with this camera and the light, but that's not too bad. I may add some more pretty in pink flowers in a minute. So we've got, that's going to be our frame there. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So I've got this lot of leaves here, but I have also cut out with this detail die. This one here, I've also cut this one out with petunia pop. So I'm going to cut it up the middle. So I'm just going to cut this one off, cut that one off. So don't be afraid to cut these up, guys, because they will just work perfectly no matter where you cut them. Okay, so I'm going to shove them in there so that we've got a bit out the front, and then I'm going to put this bit at the back. Okay, I might go up a little bit higher yet. There we go, that looks good. So what I'll do before I go any further ahead, I will put my frames down. And to do that, I'm just going to use double-sided tape, because I'm going to put some photos on these. So I like to use double-sided tape rather than glue. It just seems to stick better, and it's much better for the photos. I print all my photos at home, so they're not really quality photos from the camera shop, but to me the importance is just getting the photos scrapbooked and to tell the story of what's going on. So who of you are journalers? I'm not so much of a journaler, but I do like to write what the occasion was and stuff like that. So if I want to put journaling on it, I will most likely do hidden journaling, so that way that nobody else but who sees the albums can read that journaling. So that one, And this one. Now it's not going to matter that this pattern is not going the right way, because by the time we get the photos on it and all the other dressings, you're not really going to notice that the pattern's going the wrong way, because initially I cut it so that the frames would lie horizontal, but the photos that I picked, I needed it to go portrait. So anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be a nice layout. Yeah, my daughter-in-law loved the layout that I did for her, and the second one will have photos of her on it as well, but I just haven't been able to get the right one at the moment, so I'll have to look back through the wedding photos. They got married in October last year, so very exciting time. So both of my children are married now. And I have a little granddaughter, but I don't know whether I will get a grandbaby or not from my son and his wife. We'll just have to wait and see whether that happens. Right, let's just stick these down now. So I'm going to stick this one down first, this pinkish one. If I can get the tape off. I really hope you enjoyed yesterday's content, ladies. What I saw of the girls' layouts look amazing. So, yeah. But I haven't actually watched the videos. So let's have a look here. So I want to try and make sure that this one goes there. There we go. And then I'm going to put the other one up just slightly higher. Now these are what I call open frames, so they don't actually have matting in behind them, because I want to see a bit of the white space on this layout. I don't want it to be totally covered up. Right, let's have a look at this one. So, like I said, my flowers are going the wrong way, but by the time we get all the bits and pieces in, you are not going to notice that they're going the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so I have some photos here. So like I said, you're really not going to notice that it's going the wrong way, because once I get my photos on there, kind of covers it all up. So then I'm just going to work out where I'm going to put this, because I don't want to put glue. Let's think. I don't want to put glue. Yeah, I can put glue on this side, but not on the other side. So glue on these petals, but not on the other petals. And then I'm going to use a glue dot to hold that glimmered piece down. If anyone's wondering where I got this from, my good friend Monica gave me that, and she told me she got it from spotlight. So I'm pretty sure you could still get them there if you tried. But I'll just put some glue dots on there to hold those pieces together. Oops, missed that one. And another bit there. And then this one is going to lay right along the edge of this. So I'll just put these photos down. So again, using tape. I prefer this tape to tear-in tape, so I work with it. But you can use your adhesive of choice. If you prefer tear-in tape or glue or Seal Plus, go right ahead, use that. Right. So these photos here were taken after my son got married. While we had all the family around. Kiraleigh's parents-in-law came down from Cairns, and they got their photos taken with Eloise too, because Eloise and Kiraleigh live in WA, so we don't get to see them very often, so we kind of try and make every moment count and you know, get some photos when we can. So, and that was the first time that my mum, who's in this photo, had met Eloise. She hadn't yet met her, and she was October, so she was almost 1, because she's born on the 10th of December. So yeah, it was a long time coming for Mum to meet her great-grandchild, but it was a beautiful moment. And Eloise was in the wedding as well, little cutie. Okay, then we're going to put this one here. There we go. Now I'm just going to put some glue dots on this one to stick it down, because the other one will hold it in place. Fold them over. So we want to make sure that we're not going to actually stick it on the actual photo. And once this layout goes into the album, it's not going to be moved about much, so you're not going to have to worry about it falling off. Come down a bit like that. So all my glue dots are on this edge of the border. And the same with this one now. I'm going to place it over the top of it. Now, unfortunately, we can't see much of our flowers out there, so let's see if I can lift that up and move it over a little bit. There we go, we can see a few more now. Okay, so I said I'm going to put some of these little white flowers in here. Now, which box did I put them in? Because I've got a few boxes going here with bits and pieces in. We have all these leftover bits usually when you're making cards, but I put them in a box somewhere. Please tell me I put them in a quick, easy spot. There's all the coloured ones I used from the other day. But they don't look like they're in this box. Pray for me, girls. Pray for me. Another box. Let's hope they're in this one. We need some of those bling as well. Now here they are. See, I told you. Told you I had them all. And that's what I cut out when I made those offcuts. There was another piece that I cut out, but I didn't think it was gonna work. That color was gonna work with our layout. So that's why I didn't use it, because I thought it was too much the same. Now this one, I don't know if I'm going to, well, I might go down there. Might look all right. Now across here, I cut this piece so that I could put this little guy here. So let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. We'll pop that one on there. I just need to trim him down a little bit. Take a little sneaky peek. Let's hope my measuring skills are pretty good. It's a little bit crooked, but we'll fix that up. Have a little bit out there. And then, let's see. So that is there. Let's see what that looks like now. There we go. Chop those little bits and chuck them away. Put these little tiny photos on. It was funny because Eloise did not want her photo taken, so these little tiny ones are of her crying, and then all of a sudden she wanted my mother. So see, she didn't want nothing to do, and then all of a sudden she did. So yeah, I guess that's what happens when you only get to see them every now and then. It is very hard having your child live a long way away from you when you have a grandchild, because you're like, oh, I really want to see them growing up, but yeah, they're not just around the corner. Now, pop that one on there. The one thing I will say with this tape is once it's stuck, it's stuck. There's no lifting it up. So I'm going to pop that one in there. And that's why I did these on a bit of an angle, because I thought that would look good there. So let's add them to the layout, and then I'll decide whether I want this one, because it's a bit wonky donkey, and that is a story that my granddaughter absolutely loves, the wonky donkey. If you've never read it, go read it, girls, because it is quite a hilarious story. There's this Scottish lady who was reading it to her grandson, and she couldn't stop laughing. So yeah, it's a very funny story. And the kids love it. Right, let's have a look here. Okay, pop you. I want you to go out over that bit. I don't think I need that other frame of leaves. I think I'll just leave that out of the picture. and I will add some words to this. Now, Eloise was a much wanted baby. Eloise was, they tried for 3 years to have Eloise, and then they decided that they'd give up because, you know, it was all getting too hard. And who decided that she wanted to be in the picture was Miss Eloise. So, yes. So she's very much wanted. Now, where is that one? On one of my other blocks for sure. You're a true blessing. I want to put that one on a frame. So we'll get a frame for that. And I want to also put the You're a true blessing. I don't really want to put a circle. But these are all too big. Maybe that little frame. Yeah, that one will work. So I need a piece of cardstock. And we need a block. Here we go. Take that little guy off of there and move him over there. You get up there. So I can line you up straight. There we go. So I'm going to bring in Petunia Pop for that. Little Petunia Pop. You're a true blessing, Miss Eloise. Oh no, I got ink on my layout. Oh, that's a bit crooked. I'm gonna have to put a flower or something there, girls. Let's try that again. That's a bit better. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where are our flowers? We'll have to bring them back in and do that. Always happens. Always happens. When you least expect it, it happens. But that's okay. We can fix it. I'll put one right down here. And nobody will know. Where's our heart? There's the biggest heart there. Oops, they might know because that was a really bad placement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5th one now. Can't have it there, can't have it there. There's one triangle, and there's another triangle. Oh, maybe we can have it up here. I try to work in triangles when I'm creating. I just need to turn this a little bit. There we go. That looks a bit better. And then I think we're nearly finished stamping. We just got to die cut that one now. So I'm just going to move that out of the road because it tends to move with that. Bit underneath there. You are a true blessing. Now I'm only using the inside for that one, and then I will use the outside. I will use the outside frame And I'll use that in one of our other pieces of cardstock. So let's have a look here. I might use that side, I think. So I always cut my piece off so that I don't bruise the rest of my DSP or paper, because your plates are got gouges in them from all the die cutting that you've done. Oh, sometimes this guy just doesn't want to grab. There we go. So we'll get rid of that one. Throw that one in the bin. Put our die cutter away and pop out this die. So see these little holes in the backs of your dies? That's so you can push out your frame. Allows you to get it out much more easily. There we go. So there's our pretty frame. I'll bring my layout back in now. Layout with all of our little flowers. So then we just stick these two together. Now, what I did last time I did this was I actually cut a square and covered all that bit. So I might just do that again, just so that I don't have a problem holding it in there. Just making sure that you can't see it outside the scallops. There we go. So I'm going to pop it on there, put a bit of glue on it, because it's not going anywhere near the photos. Put that on there. Now, this is where your silicone mat comes in very handy. Because of those little holes, sometimes the glue seeps out. So I put that little piece in there, hold it together so it will stick. Come on, mate. And then put this guy in here. There we go. Move that one out of the road now. Kick that to the curb. And I'm going to use a bit of tape on that one to hold it in place. That's my Lazy Susan you can hear going around. I've got a Lazy Susan on my table, and all of my bits and pieces are on that. So just pop that down with a bit of tape. Yeah, so it's not a complicated layout, but it does take a little bit of placing all the pieces and getting it in place. There we go, and then I'll just put another little bit in here just to hold that in place. You are a true blessing. She's a little gem, this one. She had a little buster yesterday or the day before. She come off. She was chasing the ducks again. She loves ducks and she loves the water, and she was going down to to catch the ducks. So now with these little guys, you're just going to pinch them with your fingers, and if I can find some glue dots, we're going to put a glue dot on the back, and we're going to place them on these guys. Again, that one looks a bit dirty, but we're just going to place this one on top. Now we don't want a heap of these, we only want just a few, just to have some texture on this layout. Again, you're just pinching those guys and sticking them to a glue dot. Might even stick one on the edge here of our little sign. And then I'm going to come in, I'm not going to use the matching gems because they're just a bit too thick for scrapbooking. So I'm going to use these other little guys. There we go. And they just stick inside there and hold it together. And I think I might I should have put something else here, I just realized. There's a bit of a gap. Wonder if I put another one there. Look at that. We'll fix it up. Nobody will know. I can hide anything. Especially Stampin' Up products from my husband. No. I think we're all pretty good at that, but he's like, is that another big brown box you're getting? I'm like, yes, darling, of course. Well, it's not like it just sits there and I don't use it, because I actually do use it all the time. I'm forever creating something. Look at that. 3 little flowers all grouped together there. And then I'll stick another one in the middle of that one. And overlap it. And then I think we need one more. Where are we going to put one more? Oh, this is the bit I find tricky. Where else will I put this little guy? His glue dot doesn't feel like it's very sticky, so I might put it up here on the edge of that frame. No more glue dots there. Rip that off. Rip the band-aid off. And stick my last one there. And I think that is my layout finished. Don't really want to put too much else on this. I just want it to be quite a simple layout. Something that's easily replicated by you guys if you would like to case my layout. I'm just going to pop these little guys in here. So using the peach pie shimmer dots. So just keep pinching them up. They'll sit back in the right place. And one last one in there. Whoops. Moved. There we go, girls. What do you reckon? Everything's attached. Probably could have done some more flicking of color. By the look of that, when I was blending, I was getting some color on there. I'll show you how we can do that actually. I will grab our Stampin' Write markers. I will cover our photos, and I will flick some. Cover that end. So just be very gentle with your tips, but you're just going to flick it out, and you'll flick some color on the back of your layout there. Just move that up a little bit because I don't really want to put any on those other flat photos. You won't be able to see this until I take a photo of it. Whoa! Sounds like I'm being rough with it, but I'm actually not. It's just a very quick flick. There we go. So if you want to add something to the background, I might even put a title here yet. I don't know. Looks like a bit of a blank space there, so I might put a title. But I'm pretty happy with that. I really hope you enjoyed our National Scrapbooking Day layouts. I hope that you share with us what you created if you go to case our layouts. And I just appreciate you watching and leaving me some comments. Thank you. Bye.